What's up, my fellow anglers and outdoor enthusiasts? Your fishing buddy is here with a crucial forecast for Sunday, the 25th of January 2026. Now, friends, if you thought winter was playing nice, think again. This day is shaping up to be a wild one across a massive chunk of the United States, promising some truly challenging, yet potentially rewarding, conditions for those brave enough to cast a line. Get ready, because we're diving deep into the brutal cold and how to find those elusive winter bites. Let's talk tactics, because today's not a day for guessing. We're facing a widespread major winter storm, bringing heavy snow, ice, and record-breaking cold to about 2/3 of the country. This means serious consideration for safety and targeting fish that can handle these extreme conditions. First up, for my ice fishing fanatics in the northern states, where wind chills could hit 40 to 50 degrees below zero, yellow perch and crappie are your best bets. Look for them congregating in deeper basins, often near submerged structure, or weed lines in 10 to 25 feet of water. Use a sensitive ice rod with small jigs like tungsten jigs tipped with a waxworm or a tiny soft plastic. Work your bait slowly just above the bottom and be prepared for subtle bites. The key is to find those schools, so don't be afraid to drill multiple holes. Patience and good electronics are going to be your best friends. Moving south, where freezing rain and ice are a significant concern, especially in regions like Georgia and the mid-Atlantic, many fish will be holding tight. However, for those targeting largemouth bass, focus on deep channels, submerged brush piles, and points in 8 to 20 feet of water in larger reservoirs. A slow-moving jig, a shaky headworm, or a lipless crankbait worked painstakingly slow can entice a bite. Remember, their metabolism is way down, so presentations need to be subtle and persistent. And for my saltwater warriors in the warmer coastal stretches like parts of Florida or the Gulf Coast, where water temperatures might still be in the 50 to 77 degree Fahrenheit range, you can still find some action. Redfish and sheepshead remain active. Look for redfish in deeper pockets along the surf and river mouths. Sheepshead will be hugging rocky structures, oyster beds, and bridge pilings. Fiddler crabs, live shrimp, or small pieces of cut bait presented on a bottom rig will be effective for sheepshead. For redfish, try scented soft plastics or live bait, worked slowly near structure. Now, let's break down the overall conditions for this 25th of January 2026. Weather report. Across 2/3 of the United States, we are looking at a major winter storm. This means heavy snow and accumulating ice in many areas, from the Rockies to the East Coast. Temperatures will be brutally cold, sinking to record lows in the southern plains and mid-Atlantic. In the north, wind chills could plummet to 40 or even 50 degrees below zero. Gusty winds will accompany this system, creating dangerous conditions and increasing the risk of power outages. This sharp drop in temperature and unstable atmospheric pressure, likely fluctuating around a low-pressure system, will put fish off the bite significantly in many open water areas. Water temperature. As you can imagine, with such an Arctic blast, water temperatures will be extremely cold, likely near freezing in most northern and central inland waters. Even coastal areas in the northern Atlantic will see water temperatures in the low 40s. In contrast, southern coastal areas could see temperatures in the mid-50s to high 70s, but even there, the air temperature drop will lead to a cooling trend. This cold water drastically slows down fish metabolism, making them lethargic and less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. Moon phase. On this 25th of January 2026, the moon will be in a waxing crescent phase, nearing its first quarter by late evening, with about 45 to 51% illumination. Many anglers believe that a waxing crescent phase, particularly as it approaches the first quarter, can spark increased fish activity. While the brutal weather might temper this, the growing light could provide a slight boost to fish, especially during periods of stable weather, however brief. Overall fish activity, considering the widespread major winter storm, record cold temperatures and sharp pressure changes across most of the country, the overall bite for this Sunday, January 25th, will be challenging to weak. Fish metabolism will be significantly slowed, and many species will be seeking deep, stable thermal refuges. However, for the dedicated angler focusing on ice fishing, for cold-tolerant species like perch and crappie in the north, or targeting redfish and sheepshead in specific, relatively warmer southern coastal areas, there are still sporadic opportunities. Success will come to those who adapt to the extreme cold, slow down their presentations, and meticulously search for inactive fish in their winter holding patterns. So, my friends, while it's going to be tough out there, remember, every day on the water is a good day, especially when you outsmart the elements. Dress warmly, stay safe, and practice extreme caution, especially if venturing onto ice. May your lines be tight and your hands warm. Until next time, tight lines, everyone. And hey, if you found this forecast helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more tips, and tell me in the comments, what are your plans for braving these cold winter conditions? Have you had any luck with winter bass or crappie lately?